Yo, this is Lyrical Master live on a Saturday night. We're gonna jam, we're gonna party, we're gonna go hard. Alright, so I'm gonna invite my peoples and I got a guest to bring on. Alright, hold up. Mm-hmm. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna invite people in. Okay. Awesome. This is Lyrical Master Show. I got a special guest right here. We got Sam Eccles, known as Kecclez. Alright, so first, before we start, I'm going to invite my people into the show. So I'm going to do a mass invite so we get viewers. Alright, so just bear with me. I'm going to invite everybody in. Everybody. So just hold up, right? So while I'm inviting people to come in on the Lyrical Master Show this weekend, why don't you introduce yourself, Kecclez? Tell me, your background, what inspired you to rap, and where you at now. Can you tell the people what you're about?
Yeah, basically, fucking. I grew up in Grimsby in the hard way, like everybody else. Every day is a fucking struggle.
All right,
So,
I feel that.
I got into fucking rapping before, like when I
All
was
right.
about 12 years old. Didn't tell nobody about it. Then got to that age where I started revealing myself, and I revealed myself when I was ready. So everyone was fucking gobsmacked. So yeah, I've stuck to it since, bro.
All right, that's sick, man. So 12 years is a very young age to start rapping, that's not very common. So what made you want to rap since that much of a young age? Who was your influence back then?
Believe it or not, Eminem. He started me
Eminem.
out, but this is before he was mainstream. This was when he was underground. That's what he
Ah,
started me out.
is it the old Underground Infinite album?
It goes back before that, bro. I'm talking when he was 17.
All right. So we got Tarotgang in the fucking building. Yes. So Beetle the Skull Kid, right, Kecclez?
Yeah, I've heard the name, yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
mixed and mastered
Yeah.
my track Night at the Club, very nice. So big up to
You told
Tarot.
me anyway, didn't you?
So I'll get him on here shortly. So you keep watching the show, Beetle. I'll get you on after Kecclez. Yeah, don't go anywhere. All right.
Hell yeah, brother.
So basically, what you're doing right now in musically, yeah, you got any projects going on, any albums coming out? What news you got for the people? This is your opportunity to
Yeah, I've near enough done the fucking Grimsby. Well, I'm working on a Grimsby project right now, but I've never enough done my Graveyard Shift album. But the Grimsby project is part of the album sort of thing. So
Mhm.
what it is I'm actually going out there street freestyling and everything. People put money in like a hat or something,
All
but
right.
then that money that I get from street freestyling, I hand out there and then to the homeless that are around.
That's a beautiful thing, that is beautiful. You got heart, brother, and I respect that. I think this lyrical master theme should be to help the homeless, and I'll put that in a hashtag. And instead of just being about ourselves, let's make this show dedicated for the homeless. You know?
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's help the people out. I mean, yeah, there's obviously little crackheads and all that lot and whatever. People don't deserve it, but there's people out there that are homeless that haven't, they've just had a bad time. That did have everything at one point, but lost it all due to, it's always a woman. You know what I'm saying? It can happen to anyone.
That's it. I mean,
You know exactly what I'm talking about, bro.
I know, man. It's like if you've got a partner and you're relying on their income and you're living with them, and if they have enough of you and they kick you out, you're on the streets. What can you do?
Yeah, man, been there, done that. What's up, Swifty? Yeah,
Yeah.
you, bro.
All right, Swifty brother. I know you're one of Sam's boys. Welcome to the Lyrical Master Show. I'm glad to have you watching. You're gonna see some sick freestyles between me and Kecclez, man. We got it
Yeah,
going on.
yeah.
We go back,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
you know, we're both from the UK. I'm from Sheffield. You're from Grimsby. We're yet to Aren't we gonna be involved in this project, right? Explain to the people about this project what we're gonna be involved with. You got a project going on the streets, yeah? I'm up
Yeah,
for that. Bro. Tell the people,
yeah.
man, what this project's about.
That's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna go out, find new locations, busy locations, freestyle on the spot. You know, fucking just sit there, like obviously busk and that. So we claim money and then that money there and then goes straight to the homeless. So the
Beautiful.
homeless don't have to beg for it. We're just gonna hand the fucker out to them.
So this is a charity-based project for the homeless. I'm
But
definitely
we
up.
get out there, we have some fun, we get publicity, they get some money. Fucking, it's a win-win.
That's beautiful, man. You got heart. I respect you for that, brother. All right. So okay, now down to the showdown. I mean, all right, you got. I know you got bars, man. You got freestyle straight off the head, and I just want you to tell the people, yeah, that this is an amazing thing, and I've never heard it in my life before, right? And I'm gonna introduce to the world, right, about you, Kecclez, right? That this guy right here, he's he doesn't write his lyrics. He only freestyles. That's what's amazing about him. And when he records his music, it's pure freestyle. And it's like, you know what? It's like most rappers write their lyrics, but
Yeah, they
yo,
want to hear it, bro. They want to hear it.
they want to hear it. It's your time to shine, brother. You start that. Maybe do a freestyle about giving to the homeless. Let's do that as a theme. Let's see what you got, brother.
When we're giving to the homeless, you see, the problem is most people don't condone this. You see, the old world pastor think there's some sort of druggie, and you think they look like a thug, and they want to be the type like Bugs Bunny, walking around the streets trying to get that carrot. But the thing is, they ain't. They just wanting an aftermath. They get the problem. They get the problem with the girls. They get the wives and realize to fuck their lives over, casting over like style. Motherfuckers they're doing in a while. They end up on the streets, and the life is defeated. They're defeated, but never repeated, but never deleted on Facebook because these guys really do give a fuck. Half of them are nice guys and everybody in the wrong hook. Maybe in the wrong life, maybe in the wrong style, maybe with the wrong girl, maybe with the wrong pal. It's okay, it's still a pal hitting you now. It drops you to the ground every time with the sound. That's why we get on the stage. That's why we come on, we ain't turning this rage into another page. Turn over the page, work over those days. Do we get the problems with the craze and the brothers and other motherfuckers in his arms? Everywhere we go when we're dropping these bombs. Because he comes like we're doing our own moms in our own life. The thing is, it's all about the pain and strife. We push up until we hit the knife in the throat, and that's where we go in a boat. It's another place that we gotta go. We gotta sail away, sail to another country and get away from this fucking life, from this skill. But the only problem is we gotta take that pill, and if you don't, and we deal with the drugs and always acting up, maybe that's just the life that we live up in the wrong fucking way. We got the reputation, but the reputation is turning over the nation. Impatience, the time and wasting is all we're doing. The thing is, we're going the fluent and we're losing, and we're gonna be cruding and cruding like Susan Boyle. Fucking, she went straight up and then she's losing oil like a fucking engine. It's all everything with never momentum. Don't mention momentum. You gotta keep it up because if you lose it, you never pick up the cup like two girls, one cup. Fuck that. I'm still gonna get a new stunt and smoke a blunt because I'm done. Quick one, you know I'm physical. When it comes to the Lyrical Master Show, it's all way we gotta go. We're going like cannibal, and that's the way we're gonna flow. Cause we're all rebels, and we're all gonna drink Red Bull till we think we're cool. Fuck that shit, we're gonna come and bring the jewel like a battle. Motherfuckers get out, everybody go and battle. Motherfuckers in hidden like Halo. When you see it, hello, it's yellow. Fuck that, yellow is my favorite color, but I don't give a fuck about the Muller. I'm Muller NEMC, you mess with me, I'm gonna be the real MC that's gonna be on TV one day. There's no way like Kid and Play gonna happen anyway, because it goes like anime.
Yes,
Anyway,
yes. I thought you was gonna keep going and going and going. You know, but you smashed that right there.
No,
So,
it is like fucking God knows what time, and I am stoned as fuck.
uh,
I could keep going. Like, it's your turn now, isn't it?
it's my turn,
I
man.
believe.
I'll do
Yeah,
something. I'll do something.
you can fill in the gap for me.
You can't judge the homeless because you know that they might be jobless and they're trying and they're selling the big issue and they're crying and they need a tissue and you know that they miss you when they need humanity to give them charity, but people walk past them and treat them like they're just a monkey, and it's not funny. And it's no joke, no comedy. It's no Bugs Bunny, no animation. This is real shit, and you know that they need charity and they have an ambition to thrive because they want to survive and stay alive. On the street, it's cold, so give them bed sheets and clothes because they need to keep warmth in the winter. Don't think about them just in Christmas because they need it all year round, and people are not around the town and the city. It's real nitty and gritty and real shitty for them, and people only feel pity when it's only Christmas time, when they think of the mind that Jesus that is going to save them. But he ain't going to save them all year round because people only got fixated minds on Christmas. But the thing is, they need it 365 days a year. You know, these homeless people are having the fear. And you know what? If you stay away from them and only think of them at charity days, then I think that you're queer. You know what? Even the homeless have mental problems, so they need the drugs and the beer to cope with that shit. And you know what? You judge them on this, so you don't even give them money, you know, because you think that they're going to use it on drugs. But guess what? If you was in their position, you would, because you can't mentally cope and they can't get pharmaceuticals or prescriptions. And you know what? The public don't even listen. They don't even care. They don't even want to sit next to them right there because they think that they will stink. And if they shake their hand, they think they will get a disease, but they're just human, just like you and me. They just breathe and their blood is red, just like you and me. They're not an alien to society. You got to help them, please, for you and me. You know, wear a unity. Don't leave them on the sidewalk. You know, you got to help them because you know what? Because one day it could be you. And then what would you do if nobody gave nothing to you? You feel that?
I got something for you. What we should do, we should actually, I reckon you should actually throw some words at me, like every so many bars. Just throw a word at me and then I'll change it, like Eminem did on the morning show.
So you're freestyle and you're going to chuck in the words what I say. Let's play that game. All right, let's do that.
Do it vice versa. So
Yeah,
who wants to start?
let's freestyle off the top and we give a random word and you got to rap with that word. All right,
Who wants to start?
okay. Who's starting? I think it's your turn because I've just been, yeah?
Go on then.
All right, I'm going to start with a word.
Keep the words coming.
About every 30 seconds, I'm going to throw in a word every 30 seconds.
Give it every 10. Give it every 10. Let's fire them quickly.
All right. I'm going to start off with farm. Farm.
Farm. It's okay. You like wearing lip balm. But the only thing you get is an napalm, like you did your mom, like a Mia Khan. What the fuck you trying to drop on? I don't even know why you running the gong. Okay, you're banging the gong, but you're still wrong every time you look a wing in the bomb. Come on, get a new word I'm waiting on. There's a new word that I'm waiting on, but he still won't drop one. I'm still waiting for this guy to come back and quick sing another one before I get another song.
Bank.
What's another word? Bank. But everybody knows the bank is all about being a wank. Every time you sit back, you look like a tank with a tank top and you drop. And motherfuckers, everybody in the bank drop on the floor. When you go and say, I'm robbing this place, nobody even gives a fuck. You're all a disgrace to your families. Fucking stand back. I got a gun to your head. What you gonna do? Get on your crack. Besides, you sit back. Army, everybody dropping you wanna start me like Barney, everybody like alarm me in this fucking dark sea. It's crazy and like crazy in heartbeat. Everybody is moving in a heartbeat. I don't even fly the star sheet. If you want to start me, I want to go back like your bumper clock me. Fuck that, I'm saying I'm coming crazy and motherfuckers are messing when lazy and Jay-Z, everybody crazy and fucking staying. I don't even know what I'm saying. Fucking
Alcohol,
lost it.
alcohol.
Alcohol. Everybody knows that alcohol is something you want to be like Al Capone, coming back like Crone. I don't give a fuck. I'm like Crone, go glass me the fuck alone. I don't condone. What the fuck you gonna do? Give me another word quick before I lose it. It's true.
Scarface, Scarface.
Scarface, your race is a disgrace to this place. Okay, there's no waste in this life. Okay, Scarface is another place in the fucking bloody blah in the blah in the bar. I don't even know where the bar with the gaga. Oh wait, is that what he hates? I said that again. Gaga, it's okay. I'm just messing anyway.
Microphone, microphone.
Microphone, I don't condone. I gotta go home. Someone else give me another place to go with Robson and Jerome. Still solo, still like a drone, flying around, moving around like a clown, upside down. Let's go.
Baseball cap, baseball cap.
Baseball cap. When I rap, I'm wearing a red one. Is that okay? With a New York Yankee sign, is that okay? No way. I don't know. Anyway, it's like if I go fucking, I thought about this bitch as I was hucking. But I'm saying the baseball cap when I rap and I stab in the back of the magnum. Motherfuckers are coming back with a magnum and shooting them back, and the motherfuckers twicking and coming back with a track.
Homosexuals, homosexuals.
Homosexuals, two sexuals, transsexuals, intellectuals. That's why I say come back and the motherfuckers are internationals. Trash news. What you gonna do? I lose. I'm still gonna come cruise on a cruise ship like P&O cruises. You lose this one, I'll get one, hit you in the eye with 2 bruises. Great.
Right. Yo,
You're gonna lose
Kecclez,
this.
are you still on? I wanna bring Beetle on because he's gonna. I don't know. I think he's gonna chip, man. I want Beetle on here.
Yeah, man. Game on. I'll watch.
I'll
I'm
get him
saying,
on and then I'll bring it back here. Let me get my.
maybe it's like I might be stoned about it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna roll a blunt.
Let me
Just
see.
message me. Well, you know what I'm saying? Just message me and ask me if
So hang
I want to
on.
come back on.
I'm trying to get him on. Hold up, hold up. How does this work, man?
It'd be good if you could actually have more than one person on it.
Yeah, Google Hangouts is better for this, you know.
Yeah, it is. On YouTube and that.
Okay. I'm trying to figure it out. Add viewers to be in your broadcast. I got. Okay.
Still not figured this shit out. You do a
I'm.
live show every week, don't you? I've always seen you live.
I want to get him in. Damn, I can't figure this out. Yo, Beetle, man. Can't you request to come in the vid? If not, Kecclez is staying. If you can request to come in the vid, you know, I'm trying to figure this out, man.
Do you want me to jump out the call? See if it'll work?
Yeah, jump out of the call. I'll bring you back, brother. Yeah, I'll bring you back if not. Yeah.
Right, bro.
Keep watching. All right, let me try to get you in, Beetle. Try and request to come in my show, brother. But I'm gonna put you in anyways. So hold up. You know what? This Facebook thing, it's like, I think it's like a disease, man. It's like, it doesn't always work out the way you want it to be. Beetle requesting my show, brother. No? Okay. Okay. If we can't figure this out, then I'm gonna bring in Amber, if that's okay. All right, we'll just have a chat. All right. Bring Amber in, and she's Lady Hearse. Let's see if she accepts. Let's see. If she doesn't, Kecclez is coming back on. I mean, she might be shy. I don't know. Declined. Okay, it got declined. Lyrical Master ain't good enough. Lyrical Master got declined. All right. That hurts. Okay. So, all right. Kecclez, it seems like nobody else is up for this. I'm bringing you back, man. I'm bringing you back. Let the audience watch this. We'll keep doing our thing. All right, so I'm going to bring you back. Let me bring you back. Can you request to come in the show? Or I'm trying to figure this out. Okay. Hang on. Let me do a random thing. I don't, before you, Kecclez, let me see. There's someone else watching, right? And let me see if they come in. Let's just see. I'm playing a game here. Okay. If you want to come in on the Lyrical Master Show, come in as a guest. We could have a talk. Because it's not just my show, it's yours as well. If you decline it, that's fine. If you request it, that's cool. Okay, it seems like they're not accepting. I'm gonna bring Kecclez back in. All right. Let's keep the flow going. Kecclez coming back. Yes, brother.
What's up?
Yeah, man. So I tried to add a few people, but they ain't playing this evening. So, So, all right. So
you got me back in, bro.
I got you back in because we're rocking it. We're rocking it. And okay, so introduce the people. What record label you on right now?
I'm with RFlow Records. Fucking with a good buddy of mine. He's a fucking legend.
Is that heart flow? Like the beating of the heart?
RFlow. RFlow.
Heart. Our flow.
The letter R, then flow. RFlow.
Flow. Okay. So how many artists you got on that label, brother?
There's quite a few of us. I'm not really sure exactly how many I've only just got on the label myself. So I'm still meeting people.
All right. So I know that Trip 6 is on there. So have you done any tracks with him?
We're working on some things.
Okay.
We're working on some shit together, but no set in stone.
Now I've heard, right? I've heard that I've heard Trip 6 rapping, and his style, he's a chopper, just like you. Ain't that correct?
Yeah. That's why we're pretty cool, yeah.
And it really suits your style. And I'm not being funny or anything, but he looks like you as well. It's like coincidence.
No shit. Everyone said that, man. Fucking.
It's like you're a brother from another mother. You know what I'm saying? It's like.
Yeah, I was waiting for that, bro. I was waiting for that. Even my mate was saying, "Is that you?" Like, because I shared it and that they were saying you shared your own video. I'm like, what now?
Seriously, Kecclez, I thought that you changed your name to Trip 6. I thought it was you.
Really? Well, thank you. Okay.
But you're better looking, so I'll give you that, man. All right. Okay, so.
Well, Neatlane, as far as they can go fuck themselves if they already know that from me.
Well, you got a history with them. I respect that, but I'm not gonna get too involved in the drama on my
No,
show
you're still signed with him, aren't you? So I
because
won't get involved like that.
I'm not getting involved because I'm with them. I mean, I brought you the opportunity to come on the Lyrical Master Show, and Beetle's back. Beetle,
There we go. There we go, bro.
right?
Get him.
Beetle, do you want to come in on the Lyrical Master Show? I'll interview you, and I'll represent your label and promote you on the Lyrical Master Show, and we're gonna get over 1,000 views on this. Serious.
Well, I'll put it on UK banter.
Yeah, man, let's do this. Beetle, I'm gonna try and invite you. If I can't invite you, try and request to come in the show. Kecclez, if you don't mind, keep watching. Yeah, I'll bring you back if Beetle doesn't come on. Is that cool with you?
Yeah, bro.
All right, brother. Yeah, yeah. So
It's over with, man.
disconnect, Kecclez. Keep watching. Keep watching. All right. So
It's-
all right. Peace out, brother. So I'm gonna try and bring on Beetle. Mm, okay. Adding you in. Beetle the Skull Kid coming right up. Lyrical Master Show. Tarotgang Records is what his label, new label, record label he created. Tarotgang Records.
What's up?
What's up, brother? How's it going, brother?
I'm fucking tired, man.
What?
I'm working on a lot of shit.
Why you tired, man? What's the deal? What you been up to today, brother? Tell the people, man.
Today alone, I've been working on a beat for a little project that a lot of people are gonna be on. I ain't even gonna talk about it. They'll see it when it's up. Um,
Okay.
been talking to promoters. Shotty Two Guns got a show coming up next Friday in Kentucky.
It's a
Can't
trap
remember the
rapper.
venue name.
It's more of a trap
Yeah,
rapper. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that it's different. I mean, I could imagine myself like coming in on a verse with him with my different style, and he's doing the trap thing, and I come in doing my thing. I think it can blend. I think it can blend nicely. I feel a collab coming on. I really do.
yeah. Oh, he's supposed to be doing that thing with us. So
All right, so tell the people what we got lined up, brother. I mean, like,
all right, fuck it. I was gonna not talk about it and just drop it, but I guess I'll hype it up a little bit. So it's a Peace Beneath the Streets cipher video. There's gonna be a fuck ton of people from different labels, and it's gonna be a video. You know, it's not just gonna be a song. So you'll be able to see where everybody's at, where they're from, and it really helps showcase a lot of different people that we all listen to and we all, have on these interviews and shit, what have you.
nice.
But also, I just had to bounce out and talk to an old friend of mine. I'm going on 107.9 local radio station here is going to play one of my songs, so
Nice.
that's fucking dope.
Which song is that, brother?
I think they're going to play Weirdo because you don't have to edit it, you know?
I
Most of my
heard
stuff is like, fuck this and fuck that, and that song, I'm not cussing, so.
Yeah. So, do you want me to play Weirdo right now to the people, or should we just carry on chatting?
If you want to. A lot of people don't really like it because it's got auto-tune, but I love the way it sounds. So yeah, if you want to play it, play it.
All right. Okay. It's on SoundCloud only. Tell me, brother.
Yeah, it'll be on Spotify and all that in like 2 days. You know how that processing takes a long time.
Okay. So, what's it on? It's definitely on SoundCloud, though, right?
Yeah, it should be on SoundCloud.
All right. Let me play.
I know I put some stuff private. I don't know if that was one of them.
Let me play what Beetle's about, man. So, while I'm searching for that, yeah. Why don't you introduce the people? What record label you represent, and what are your influences to make you become a rapper and a producer? While I'm talking.
Influences? Well, I'm with Tarotgang Records. I kind of started that out of necessity. Um, but my influences are vast. You know, old school and new school. Fucking, and not just rap either. Like, I could listen to a dubstep song and I'm like, the way that that bass is going, that would be fire if I did my voice that way. So, you know, I just mix and mash a lot of stuff. That's why I call it trash trap. I recycle a lot of stuff because I know how to produce a lot of stuff. I can't really hear if you're playing that or not.
All
But,
right.
yep, there's my shit. Go fucking follow it.
So that is Beetle TSK. He's from Valdosta, United States, and
Georgia.
Georgia. So if you want to hear his shit, you go on SoundCloud. You put in Beetle, as in the bug Beetle, then T for Tango, S for Sugar, K for King, and you will hear his music. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna play Weirdo right now, and let me know in the comments if you're feeling that. You know, let me know in the comments what you feel. You know, if you're feeling this shit. Yeah. Let me know. Yeah. I'm gonna play that. This is Weirdo. This is Weirdo.
I kind of feel like you should play Fuck You All. Or Out of My Face, because people love Out of My Face. Out My Face.
Okay.
Because I'm
Okay.
screaming.
Yeah. This is Weirdo. Beetle the Skull
On
Kid.
radio.
Can you hear that? Can you hear that? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, man. All right.
Can't now. Can't hear it anymore. Well, you got to hear the hi-hats at least.
He doesn't belong here. He's a weirdo. He doesn't belong here. He doesn't belong here.
It's super low, man. You definitely have to go to the SoundCloud and bump that. You got to be able to hear that bass.
Is that better now? Can you hear that?
Yeah. Had to play around since I'm a producer.
Let's rewind
really
that.
love-
Let's rewind it and come again. I'm rewinding that shit. People gotta know. People gotta hear. Me rewinding this shit right now. Let's do it. Boom. Alright. Beetle the Skull Kid. Yeah.
You're definitely gonna start doing promo for me.
He's a weirdo, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a weirdo.
Do a lot of weird shit. She does that on every time I'm on an interview or anything. She tells me to check clothes.
Okay, so people get the idea of that.
I love that.
I played your shit quite enough, right? So people get the idea what you're about. So, you know, what I want to know is where you get your mixing and mastering skills from, and your productions. How did you learn all that? Because, you know,
Self-taught, man.
How I see it is like, I see you at a commercial standard, you know, with your quality,
Appreciate that.
like how you mix my Night of the Claw track. I mean, I submitted it to BBC Radio, and they gave it a listen, and it might be on a commercial BBC. That's how big it's getting because of your mix and master. And me and you are collabing, you know, we got some projects going on. And the thing is, it's like, you know, your mix and masters and your productions is very professional at a high quality level, plus your effects. I mean, you got it all. I mean, you got producers, you got mixing and masterers who are Grammy nominees, but I
Hmm.
see you up on that level, and you're just like Beetle the Skull Kid, man. You're not like a Grammy nominee or nothing like that, but I feel that you got that competitive sound to the commercial market on a serious level. So tell me where you
Appreciate that.
tell me where you got that talent from, man, and uh, tell me, tell the people.
It was out of necessity. Um, I started making beats for all the neighborhood kids, you know, that used to rap like back in 2003 or whatever, and they sounded like shit. Like they were terrible, but I kept doing it, and I could never afford studio time or to buy beats or anything like that. So I was like, fuck, I'm just gonna keep trying to work on it, make it sound better. And when I branched off, and I was like, I'm not gonna rap. I'm just gonna make dubstep and house music. I learned sound design just by figuring out how to get those certain sounds, and it taught me a lot about bass, how to get the bass mixed in with the drums, all that stuff the right way. And so it was just trial and error for so many years. And then once I started making my dubstep stuff sound good, industry standard, I was like, shit, let me go back to my rap stuff real quick and see what I can do. And so it was just like, got it. So now that's why I have such a quick turnaround too. It's like, you have an idea for a beat, I can sit down and go, okay, I need to do like this, and it's done.
Nice.
Like most of the time, I can get one done in an hour.
So you're very talented and gifted. You're very quick at turning beats in your head. You know what you want to produce, and you can do it on a quick time limit because you stream live beat making because
Hmm.
you're that confident, right?
Well, it wasn't because I was that confident. I actually did that. I read somewhere where there was a dubstep producer. His name, Virtual Riot. Virtual Riot. I think he's from the UK. He started live streaming his stuff because it helped him level up. It helped him get faster. It helped him not to cut corners and cheat or use a lot of loops and samples because people were watching. And he also did it because he wouldn't have to go copyright his music if he had video showing, hey, I made that. So if you did steal it, look, can you show that you made it? Because I can't.
Ah,
So
proof
that's
of
why I like the
copyright.
live stream stuff. So I don't have to go pay a bunch of money to get it copywritten. I can be like, look, I have it right here. It's mine.
Yeah, the live stream is the proof of copyright right there when you're beat making.
Mhm.
So that's real.
I
Yeah.
mean, that's like recording me playing a guitar on the street and somebody taking the sound of that and saying it's them. And I can be like, no, here's a video of me performing. That's what it is me performing when I produce. It's
Yeah.
just, it's kind of annoying. So I like to add in the time frame when the beat's actually fully finished so people can go later and click on that.
Okay,
Because I know
so
people hate hearing the same kick drum over and over for about an hour.
so I know that you're multi-genre. You tap into a lot of genres. So, but what is your favorite genre?
To produce or to listen to?
Just tell everything, man.
Uh, that's tough because I love listening to them all. It depends on my
Okay.
mood. But
So,
my favorite to produce is probably dubstep, honestly, because you have to be very creative as far as sound design to stick out at all. Because I could all day do wobble basses, you know, blah, 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 but I got to have a unique sound to that, or people are just going to skip right by that.
so for
Same thing with my rap
dubstep,
too, though. I guess it has to. My beats have to have a unique sound, or it sounds like everybody else. That's how Weirdo. It sounds kind of robotic in the synth. I did that so it wouldn't sound like another trap song.
no, I'll tell you what. I really liked your "I Wanna Da, I Wanna Da, I Wanna Da." It's in my head.
Oh yeah, I want to die.
It's in my head. It's in my head.
I actually woke up and I just rolled over and I hit record with a beat on there, and I was just like, I want to die, I want to die, I want to die.
So
I want to redo it because I had some negative feedback. They're like, you're literally saying the same thing over and over. Like, yeah, like I don't know that's what I'm doing, right? Like, I just don't want people to hear something like that and go, this guy can't rap at all. Like, so.
So you want to like modify it and put a bit more verses in between. I get you, man.
Yeah. I want to take it back, put a little more complexity into it, actually rap some stuff too, and have that as a hook.
I feel that. So where do you see Tarotgang Records in a year's time? What do you want to achieve?
Oh, in a year's time right now? Realistically, I see Tarotgang Records in a year's time from now, it will have 70 times as many followers as it does now, and we will be having 10 shows a year at least, because I'm setting one up now, and I'm trying to get more and more people that mess with Tarotgang live shows more than I am, here's a full album for sale, go do live shows and sell them there. That's why if you notice Shotty Two Guns, he's got 2 shows this month alone. He just did one, so that was 3, and he's just doing show after show after show after show.
So how important is shows to promote yourself as an artist? It's very crucial, right? To promote your label, where you're at, and to promote your album. If you're not performing on stage and you're just doing your shit at home, it's like, that ain't good, right?
I don't know. It's 50-50. I think shows, you should be trying to get out there and do shows, but also I think in this new age of social media, I think you can literally do a lot of stuff at home and make a living off of it, just performing, doing videos, things like that, if you can't for some reason go out and do shows. But that's where it's at. You want to, you're a performer, you need to go perform in front of people.
So basically what you're saying is, whether you perform live stream online or live on a stage, in this modern era, it doesn't really make a difference because it's the same damn thing.
Right. It really doesn't make a difference. You can actually, I would do both at the same time. I would go do a show and have somebody live stream it so you can hit both platforms.
Okay. So.
But yeah, I mean, it's all about, people like to be comfortable. It's proven there's not as many people going to shows as there used to be because they don't have to. They can get the music at home from their couch. So I don't know. It depends on really how you want to do your business. Me personally, I like live shows, so I want to push live shows.
So there's 2 different ways, and I think the modern society right now, the modern society and the youth and the teenagers and people in the early 20s, a lot of them hit the online thing because times have changed, right? But like
I've noticed that myself firsthand when I was DJing my dubstep stuff. I'd go to the club and I'd do a set, and I noticed that the crowd was a little bit older than what I was expecting.
Of course.
Because that's what they're used to doing. That's where they go find music.
That's right.
So, I mean, it depends on if you want to hit a specific demographic or a couple different demographics.
So I think the best bet is to hit both. You hit the online market and you hit the stage to get both audiences.
Yeah. And, I don't know, a lot of people that aren't musicians, they will look at somebody doing a live show versus somebody that's doing something out of their living room as that's a professional, this is amateur. Even if the guy in the living room is better than the guy doing the live show, just because it's right, like he's going out there and doing it. And I think if most artists that I've interacted with, that I see on Facebook, I see on Spotify, SoundCloud, if they would take a little initiative and just go out and do something, their shit would fucking skyrocket. But that's with anything. First step is getting up and doing it.
That's it, man. So it's like you need the best of both worlds, and it's like, the thing is, some people want that human connection in real life, and to feel that, you need to get off the internet and get out there. So that's one thing. But then with the youth, they're into online gaming. They're used to the online platforms, and they're not getting out of the house, and they're inside because it's not safe on the streets, and they're protected. And that's where, you know, they're just downloading music off, you know, the internet and watching streams. And then you got
Yeah, and a lot of them are they're saying to themselves, because when I was a kid, you know, when I was too young to go to shows, I was saying, well, when I turn 18 and I can actually get into that ICP show or that Twisted show or whatever rapper, you know, when I can get into that show, I'm going to go do that because that'd be awesome. So, I mean, you go ahead and reach people with social media. And then later on, you know, it's kind of like planting a seed by using this right here. And then later on, when they're like, Beetle the Skull Kid, that sounds real familiar. Didn't I watch this guy on a live stream with this other guy, Lyrikal Master? I'll see both those names on a bill. I'm going to go see this show.
All right. So have you ever performed on stage? It might sound a stupid question. All right. So how often? Is it regular? Is it regular or what?
Now it's not. And it wasn't really that regular to begin with, because I've been in a couple of different projects. Most of my earlier rap stuff was mostly house parties. I did go to a club for this Halloween party they were having there, and I did like a freestyle battle and all this. And I was totally fucking tanked, but I won, so that's cool. And I can't freestyle, so.
All
right. Yeah, I mean, I was the front man for a industrial band, and I did a show at a tattoo shop.
Nice.
Like I said, with my DJing, I went to a bunch of clubs and I've DJ'd. I have videos of that on my Tasty Facebook page, which is my dubstep alter ego. And so more recent, I'm actually setting up a show in Douglas, Georgia. Not sure on the date because of who I'm trying to get to do it with me.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get Clorox Chappelle, Homie, and MC Chris to come through, and then anybody else that might want to come through.
All right. So if I was where you was at, would I be involved in this? That's the question.
Oh yeah, definitely. If you weren't, 2,000 miles away, however far away you are, then yeah, you would definitely be coming to do a show.
Wicked.
Hell, I would open for you.
All right. So Beetle's frozen. He's got freeze disease. You got freeze disease for a second. You got freeze disease for 1 second there, man.
Yeah, I had somebody call me. He's probably going to call me right back, too. That sucks.
But this is more important now, brother. You're probably gonna get over 1,000 views. Check.
I know, and what's funny is the guy that's calling me, he was the last guy I did an interview with.
All right, so check your priorities, man. It's like, do you want over 1,000 views, or you want to go to this guy? You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, he can wait. He can wait.
I'm glad you're feeling that, man. I'm glad you're feeling that.
You see that I live in the fucking jungle, basically?
So it's
like terrible. So
this is your garden, the jungle.
I guess you could call it a garden. It's nothing but kudzu. I hate this stuff.
So you step out of the door, and this is your areas, yeah?
No, this is my backyard.
All right.
You see it grows up over everything. Like, it's terrible.
It looks
I'll rip it down in 2 days. It'll be right back.
But it looks nice, though, man. It looks like you're in a garden, It looks beautiful.
Oh, it looks nice, but it's hell. It's hot. It's hot. You can't breathe while you're over there in that.
All right. Okay, so you like your dubstep. So, I do the reggae, hip hop, reggae dancehall music. I've got Kingston, Jamaica people liking me, and I'm not even black, and that's huge credibility for me. So, do you think that my artistry would suit your dubstep? Do you think so?
Oh, definitely, because I got into dubstep in the early days when it was, only coming out of the UK, and it had that reggae influence to it.
Yeah, man.
That's where the name comes from. It had that dub influence.
That's right. So do you see
my background.
do you see me and you you know, working on some things in the future? You think that's gonna
Oh,
happen?
definitely.
All right.
Definitely. What I want to do is I want to do kind of I want to do a thing where I produce a beat where I'm rapping on it, you're rapping on it, doing your reggae thing, but then I want to come in and do some of my dubstep stuff on it too. So it'd be like Beetle the Skull Kid, Lyrical Master, and Tasty, even though I'm two of those people.
I'm feeling that, man. I'm
But
looking
I got
forward.
both acts on Tarotgang, just so I can reach out a little more. And I'm about to put. I have a full album of my dubstep stuff that I haven't released, and I'm about to put it up
Okay.
for anybody that's into that type of music. It's about to be streaming as well.
All right. I'm gonna tell you straight up, Beetle. Right. I can do the ragga. You know, like I can do the ragga thing, like. Fighting me is more than a battle. You over there suckling on a baby bottle. Think it's a game like I told a baby rattle. Slaughter you up just like you were cattle. You get the idea, yeah? But I
Mm-hmm.
can do that. I can do that over drum and bass. I can do that over jungle. I can do that over dubstep. And it suits. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it does. It really does. Did you see the video when I was rapping over some drum and bass the other morning? It's a short video. It's one of my warm-up exercises when I get up in the
Yes,
morning and I'm
I saw
about
that,
to
and
produce something.
you were going real fast on that, and you know it's like
That's
the,
something I do to work on my breathing, my delivery, all of that. I'll put on a different genre, not rap at all, and I'll rap some of my rap songs to it, whether it's drum and bass, dubstep, rock music, whatever.
you
And so
know.
there's so many versions of my songs. There is a metal version of Pardon Me.
So you got a lot of you're confused because you're like tapping to different genres, and you got a metal version, you got a hip hop version, you got a dubstep version. It's like, what the hell, man? It's like this guy right here you see in Beetle. He's multi-genre, multi-talented. He doesn't stick to one genre. When he releases a track, probably he's got expect 3 different versions. He's probably got a dance version. He's got a
Oh yeah, I got dance versions of everything because that's easy. I just
and
take the drums off of it and then I add some and it's done.
have you got I Wanna Die? I Wanna Die. Is that on SoundCloud still?
No, I took that down because I'm reworking it.
I wanted to play that, man. I was feeling it. All right, next time.
You should play that out of my face because I'm actually screaming on that.
Out of my
That's
face.
me in the hook too. That's me on the other side of the room just screaming.
I play that right now, yeah. We got Wrecked Pops watching. So hello, Pop.
What's up, man?
All right, how's it going? Yeah, I got respect for him, man. You know,
Yeah, he's cool.
he's cool.
It sucks I don't have him blowing up my messenger anymore.
It's politics, you know.
He would always make me laugh.
It's all right. He's a man of wisdom with many collectibles. He was showing me his collectibles. You know, he's a cool guy. I got respect for him. All right, so I'm looking for your stuff, and remind out of my face. I got it. I'm gonna play it right now.
Okay.
Just tell me if it's loud enough or too quiet.
It's good. Right there. Oh, I lost it.
All they talking, but you ain't saying nothing. I'm a boy, North Face, Polo, I ain't playing cousin. You way up high, but I'm staying buzzing. Sour face, I'm so disgusting. Chicken, so McLovin. Chicken, bacon, but no oven. Bacon soda, show me something. Talking soldier, holding nothing. All these years they holding front. Little boy, don't press my buttons. You ain't about it, don't say nothing. Rowdy bounties coming for me. No, not boring, sort of short. Chopper dropping 20 stories. We gon' end this bloody story. Show me what you holding for me. This gon' be another story. Show me what you holding for me, bro. Aye, 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 aye. Get the fuck out of my side. Get the fuck out of my side. Get the fuck out of my side. Get the fuck out of my face! Get the fuck.
My neighbors loved when I recorded that one.
Alright.
I came outside after I recorded that. The screaming for the hook was the first thing I did on that beat, and I let it sit for like a week or two before I ever touched it.
Okay.
And I walked outside. My neighbors were outside like, "Are you okay? What's going on in there?" I'm recording a song, man. Yeah.
They think you're like need a mental hospital or something.
Yeah. Nah, they thought I was yelling at my kid because he was in there with me, even though the whole time he's in there like, yeah, yeah. I usually have to record some verses a couple times because he's in the background going, yeah, 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 yeah.
Your kid, yeah? All right. You got to
Oh, he
work
loves
around
it.
your children. I understand
Nah,
that.
he loves the music. He likes to produce. Like, he knows how to sit down and do some of the stuff I do because, you know, he'll watch me and then I'll sit him down and let him do it when he's bored. So he can
Wow.
program some beats now.
Wow.
So when he's my age,
How old is
he's
he?
going to be the one buying the new houses.
What's his age? What's his age?
Oh, he turns 6 in 2 weeks.
Oh my goodness! And he's learning producing from his daddy already. I see
Oh,
a
yeah,
few.
he can already DJ. He knows how to beat
Wow.
match with turntables, and when he's
Oh.
my age, he's going to be the one buying us houses.
You know what? It's like I think you're holding a legacy for your son, and he's gonna overtake you when he's older because you're giving him the gifts. That's what I believe.
Yeah, I mean, and that's another reason why, like, sometimes things don't work out with other people because you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to go there, but I'm trying to do something for me. All right, let me put it this way. Me making other people successful is not going to put food in my kid's mouth. So
No.
the way I got to look at it is I got to look out for me, and if something just ain't working, then it just ain't working. So I went and did something that works. That's all that is. I figured that might come up eventually, so I just want to go ahead and end it now.
Yeah.
That's all that is. So if we could stop whatever has been going on, that'd be cool.
So to get money on a table, you think music is your future to get money on a table?
I think it's part of it. I think right now it's obviously not, but that's what I do best, you know. Production, stuff like that. Even I'm doing my clothes. Even promo, I do that stuff the best. So yeah, I mean, I'm trying to work for that to be what I make a living off of, but at the same time, gotta go work a 9 to 5 too. Thank you.
So you got a job now, or you're looking?
It's iffy. I was offered a job. I gotta talk to the guy. I'm gonna go back welding again. So I am a welder.
Welder.
So I do have a trade.
Welder is similar to music because you're welding instruments together. You get me, brother?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Blend all that together. Yeah, that's true. My girl said it's all about electric waves too.
You're welding shit together. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling that. All right. So okay. So you're on Tarotgang Records. How many artists, what kind of acts, what kind of genres you got going on there? How many artists?
Right now we have 4 acts. You have me, and we have Shoddy Two Guns, who's a trap rapper, and then we have my dubstep project Tasty, and then I have a metal act from some old friend of mine, and it's under Vega. But he's also got another project he's doing, and he's about to bring that to Tarotgang, and he's making synthwave. And so he's going to let me know more about that later. So we're bringing that over. But the main thing is we're not going to have a whole lot of artists, but we're going to work with a whole lot of other underground labels.
I
So
feel
it's all about cross promoting, building connections, working with each other, and it ain't nothing but love over here at Tarotgang.
I feel that. I feel
Ain't
that.
fighting
Brother.
nobody.
I feel that cross promotion thing because you know you don't want to be trapped in a box. You want to be open to as many opportunities as possible because then you build each other up, and then your fans will become my fans, and my fans will become your fans.
Exactly. Like if you, let's say you have, you know, like 300 diehard fans, you know, if you put up, you know, hey, listen to this guy's music, I like this guy, then all of a sudden they're gonna be like, I like that guy too because I like you.
Yeah.
And then it happens the other way too. It's like, oh, he shared my stuff. All right, well, hey, check this guy out. You might like him. Then say my fans go over there like, well, I like you. And then, you know, you'll see who really fucks with the music because they'll continue to go search for your stuff.
I
And
mean,
that's where it really comes down to. It doesn't come down to if you share it with them and they like it. It comes down, are they searching for this when you're not around? They're like, hey, I want to hear that one song by this guy. Are they searching for it? And that's what I'm working towards, and I'm starting to see a little more of that. Because when I did put stuff up on Spotify, I went. I don't have a whole lot of monthly listeners because my stuff just got onto Spotify. But I went and I promoted a song on a SoundCloud, and somebody hit me up and they were like, "Do you have your stuff on Spotify?" I was like, "Yeah, I mean you can check." And then I went and I had so many streams on Spotify that people were already searching for me before I even told anybody I was on there.
whoa.
So,
Yes. That's an awesome start. So basically, you're making a presence online that people are looking for you already on a new platform.
I mean, that's through building connections too. You know, I've gotten to some platforms I honestly never thought I would get to, especially when I was younger, just already. And it seems a little surreal. You know, I have 2 videos on the Fago Lovers website. And when I was young, and I used to be on the forum off that website, and I would see like ICP on Fago Lovers or Twisted or some other underground act. And I'm like, one of these days I'm going to have something on this website. And now it seems like it's pretty easy to do it now, but I still hit that goal. I was thinking about that the other day. Like I have 2 music videos on this website.
Yeah.
That's dope for me right there. And when I mention it to people, they're like, you got videos on Fago Lovers? Yeah, I didn't have to ask them. They asked me, you want me to put this on the website? Like, yes.
So you got a lot of things going on. You're an artist, you're a music producer, and you also do video production. Isn't that right?
Yep. I shoot and edit music videos. I haven't done a whole lot for other people right now, but I have done my own. And once again, that came out of necessity. I was going to hire somebody to do it, and I was like, let me see what I can do by myself, and I did. I Don't Want to Die in Georgia. Put that up, and I was like, this is fire. This is awesome.
Nice.
I've done some other stuff before that, though. I've made videos for anti-fascist groups. I made videos just out of fun. I made short films that you'll never see. I make sure of that.
Okay.
Well, I mean, there's a couple of me and my kid that we made here at the house that's on my Facebook. Where like he's a soldier running in the house and I'm a terrorist and he kills me, and we were just having fun, you know. So little stuff like that helped me learn how to edit videos, and then I applied it to music videos. I was like, okay, I can do this.
Okay. The furthest I've ever been is I tried stop animation. Have you ever heard of stop animation?
Yeah.
So I'm making like toys and dolls come to life, or making my hair move, or you know, just so I've been playing around with that back in the day, but I didn't take it seriously. But I got one YouTube video of that, but I didn't follow it on. But it's kind of dope, you know. You can do some special effects.
You should definitely do a music video with stop motion, man.
Yeah, that's you know, I've got the potential. I mean, I've done it before, and but it's very time consuming. Very time consuming.
Yeah. Yeah, I also wanted to make like cartoons and stuff, but that's way too time consuming for me. And I got a guy who's doing a cartoon music video for me right now.
All right.
I'm gonna see how it is before I.
Because what it is, it's the frames per second, and if it's stop motion or animation, the amount of camera clicks or the drawings, you're going through hundreds. if not thousands, just to make a video. And that's like, that is a lot of work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, a lot of the stuff, especially when you're doing a lot of stuff yourself, like, you know, if you're like, I know there's people out there, you know, they go buy a beat, they rap on it, they pay somebody to mix and master, they pay somebody for the logo, they pay somebody for this, pay somebody for that, which there's nothing wrong with that. But then when you don't have any money at all, you know, you can either say, fuck it, I guess I just won't do it, or you can learn how to do it and put in the work. And I think it's about time some of that work pays off. You know, eventually it's going to have to, as long as you keep fucking doing it. It's like, I get asked too, I'm like, well, who did your logo? You know, or who did your picture that's a cartoon? I said, me. Oh, shit, how'd you know how to do that? I figured it out, man.
That's it.
The little logo I got now, though, Jeremiah, or DJ Snickers from Underground Wicked Radio, he did that for me for the free. He was like, here, take it.
Wow, okay. Because he really tries to raise the underground artists, so big respect to DJ Snickers for trying to bring up recognition of the underground artists, you know. I haven't been on his show yet. I'm still waiting. Maybe I have to, you know, message him personally.
Well, Shoddy was supposed to have an interview with him this past Wednesday, and they missed it. And that's due to hardware problems. So, I mean, I could hit him up and be like, after Shoddy's, do you want to do Lyrikal Master?
Yeah,
you
man.
know, he's a really cool dude. As long as you hit him up,
Yeah, man.
he'll probably do an interview.
I'll have to try and hit him a message, and if there's any problems, then you can try and, you know, yo, check out my boy Lyrikal Master, because, you know, I got shit to say, brother, you know, and I got things to, you know my talents. You already know. Tell the people what I do, man. I don't even need to explain. You can explain to the people what I do, what I'm about. Tell them.
What does Lyrikal Master do?
Yeah, what do I do?
He walks all the fuck over your favorite rapper. That's what he does. That's why it's called Lyrikal Master.
There you go. There you go. You heard that right there. All right.
Yeah, I think we're starting to hit the kind of self-explanatory area. Still got a little bit more to keep going up that ladder. I don't like to sit still. That's my thing. I don't like getting to a spot and then being like, okay, this is good enough for me. It's never good enough for me. I like to keep doing better. Like, even if I do get that $16 million imaginary contract from, you know, I would still want to go fucking higher than that, because nothing's ever going to satisfy me.
Of course. Because, you know, I'm the same way. It's like, even if I think like, yo, this is the sickest track I've ever done, it's like, your mix and master on my Night of the Claw. And I'm going to bring Recthurst's name in it because he's the producer. And the way I did the rap and the ragga on that, and you mixed and mastered it, it's like the perfect teamwork. And we're all from different labels and collaborating on that. And it's a beautiful thing, man. It's like...
Hell yeah.
That's what
that's how it's done, man.
That's what it's all about. It's like, there's no separation here. I mean, if you want to be closed in a box and be like, it's my label, or it's like no other label, then you're trapped in a box and you're not going to progress. So it's all about collaboration and expanding, and then you make better music. You progress as a team. You know, it's like.
Yeah. But speaking of Rect, and speaking of mixing and mastering, I did fuck up his entire album. I'll put that out there, because I'm not afraid to admit when I fuck up either. I did fuck up his entire album, but I had like 12 hours to mix and master this whole album, and I did it. But what I did also do was I would export the tracks as an MP3 because it's faster, and then I'd bring them back in to cut off some of the tails off the end where I would have the tracks mixed in together.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had them stacked and layered, and so I would solo one up, and if one was longer than the one I soloed up, it would have that long tail of silence at the end.
Hi, Colleen.
So I would bring them back as MP3 and cut that silence off, and then export them as MP3 again. And so it would super fucking compress them, and it just made it sound like shit. So I'm glad that you were able to fix that, because I had no time to go back and fix it. I mean, I was doing that. I was also doing mixing mastering on another guy's whole album who was paying me to do it. And trying to work on something of mine at the same time while being a dad and a husband. Like, it
So
was just hell. That week was hell week.
going on. You had a lot going on, and I think it got put on you at the last minute, and it was like a rush job, and it's like, what am I doing?
Well, I mean, I said I would do it, you know.
Yeah. All right. Bye, Amber. Thanks for watching. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I had to rescue Recthurst's Rigor Mortis album. That's R-E-K-T. Then it's Hurst, H-E-A-R-S-E.
It was kind of tricky to begin with because normally when I mix and master a song, I will take the stems, you know, you take the beat as a wave file, I take all the vocals, and then I can tweak each individual one. But, you know, he didn't really have access to that, so he would send me like the song already kind of mixed and mastered and wanted me to kind of boost it up a little bit. So there was not a whole lot I could do, but I ended up making it sound worse with all that compression.
Yeah, I noticed a few of his files. They look like an oblong, you know, with no waveforms, and it's like that's
That's because I was also I noticed later, like way after, you know, all of that I had been exporting some of my MP3s at like 3200 kps or whatever, which is what Spotify wants, but that is super fucking compressed. So you do that 2 or 3 times on one track, yeah, it's gonna fuck it all up.
It's gonna sound messy. I mean, you can't compress on a compress because it's over compressed and it's gonna water it down. It's like diluting. You're diluting the sound, isn't that right?
What are you doing?
I'm just talking. Hold on. I'm about.
So you're diluting the sound, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't like to put anything in MP3 unless I have to. Like, if I want to upload it somewhere and it's like it will only take MP3s, that's the only time I'll actually do that. I like to have everything as a WAV file because it sounds better. I mean, it's a lot bigger of a file, but it sounds much better.
But even with a WAV file, if you want to mix and master on a WAV file, the higher quality bit depth, 24-bit or 32-bit float, and you know, 48 KHZ or 96 KHZ 1000, whatever. It's like you know, the higher the quality, the more the mixing and masterer can do, you know.
Yeah, totally.
Because what it is,
you know, if it's not compressed at all, you can get in there to more frequencies. When I open up like my parametric EQ, I can, you know, take out a little bit of that mid bass that's making it sound a little harsh. But when it's already all mixed, if I take out a little bit of that mid bass from, say, I wanted to take it out of your vocals, well, now it's taking it out of the drums on the track too, and it makes the drums sound really flat. So it's trying to balance around all of that when it's already mixed. It's almost impossible. Not completely, but almost.
And I want you to explain how headroom is so important for, you know, putting your music for mixing and mastering. Headroom.
Well, I think it's more important for your mixing. I mean, well, no, your mastering too, I guess. Like, you need a lot of fucking headroom so that when I mix it, I have all the stems and I leave lots of headroom. So when I go back and master it, those are two different things. Mixing is making everything sound the way you want the song to sound. And then when you export it to a WAV file and go back and master the whole track, that's boosting it so that it sounds more full, more, you know, in your face, or however you really wanted it, boosted out, more clear, all of that. So a lot of headroom gives you more room to enhance a lot of the sounds, like the bass and the highs. And it's, yeah, exactly like he just said, let the sound breathe. That's basically it. Give it room.
Pops knows. So it's like mixing is a totally different art form to mastering, and recording is another totally different art form. So you got like recording is the first stage, the second stage is the mixing, and then the mastering is the third stage. So let's give advice on amateurs. Let's put them right. So recording, the vocals got to be clean, right? I mean,
Yeah, that's like super important. I mean, you can do a little bit with some kind of not so good vocal recordings. You know, you can cut out some stuff, and like I do to myself my stuff sometimes. Sometimes I don't use my mic. Sometimes I use the laptop mic, and I'll go clean it up. It depends on what I want to do. But the better the recording, the much easier it's going to be to mix it. You're not going to have to do a whole lot of EQ on it, all of that stuff.
and
It's just going to sound so much better.
how important is it to have more than one a cappella? You know, instead of just one vocal, sending the mixing and masterer a couple of takes or a few takes so they can play around more. I mean, isn't that more better to send more stems, right?
Oh yeah, the more vocals, the better. I mean, don't send like 100 versions.
Oh no, no.
But you definitely want your main vocals, like
maybe 2 or 3 at least.
Yeah. You definitely want your main ones. Then you want a couple other ones because you layer vocals. You can listen to somebody and you're like, okay, it's him doing one take, but really, there's a lot of layering going on there. Like what I like to do is have 3, and then I'll have one straight down the middle, and then I'll have the other 2 out here in stereo with reverb and delay and all that, and have them come in and out with my vocals and bounce off the bass. Like reason why people like I Don't Want to Die in Georgia so much is I'm just rapping, but when that 808 hits, my voice surrounds the 808, and so it's deeper too, so it just hits so much harder.
So when
you can do that with only one track, but it's just harder. So I'd have to export it and split it.
When the instruments hit hard, then the vocals got to like match it. So it's like instead of raising the volume, you double or triple the vocals, right? You know,
Yeah.
And especially the effect on a chorus or a hook. You're not going to just have one vocal. Maybe it's going to be more effective with like a double vocal mixed together, maybe blended, you know?
Yeah, well, like hooks and stuff, I like to do the verses in like mono.
Yeah.
Down the middle, on top of the bass, with the instruments around it in stereo. And then when the hook comes in, I like to bring the vocals out the stereo so it sounds wider and it becomes catchier. It sounds more like the instruments. It fits more into the instrumentation. So when you come to the lyrics or the verses in the mono track, it makes you kind of listen more because they stand out a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then the hook blends in more, so it's like, okay, now I'm supposed to nod my head. You do that subconsciously.
Yeah. So what
it
about
becomes catchy.
What about panning, like to the left and right? So one speaker's having one thing going on, and the left speaker and the right speaker's having something else going on. Do you believe in panning? Are you a believer in panning? Do you like to play with that shit or not?
Oh yeah. I do a lot. There's a lot of songs. I even did this to one of Rex's songs, and this is probably something he was talking about that he didn't understand what was going on. Right. One of the hooks was some weird like backwards talking that he was doing. Mm-hmm. And it started from the right ear, and it would shoot over to the left ear, and then shoot back to the right ear, and then drop back into the verse. So it made you a little bit dizzy. You're like, what the fuck? Okay, we're back to the song. I used to play with that so much. That used to be one of the old tricks I would do to make it sound like it was layered. I would just take the same vocal, and I would split it, one to the left, one to the right, and have one just like a tiniest millisecond ahead of the other one, and now it sounded like double vocals.
All right, so now we've talked about the vocals, we're on to the mixing. Okay, so what is your favorite plugins that you use? Your favorite, what you use the most?
My favorite is compression. Lots of compression where it's needed, and the right compression. Because I notice a lot of people will send me vocals, or they'll put up tracks, and their voice sounds kind of hollow. You know, it sounds a little bit weak, like it's got a lot of air in it. And then when I compress them and add my EQ and all that stuff, it makes them pop out, like they're a little bit harder.
Yeah, makes it thick, makes it more thick. Yeah, man. All right.
That, and I like a little bit of reverb, a little bit of delay, like very subtle. There's some people putting way too much delay on it, so it's like, and then I'm coming. Don't do that. That's so fucking lame. Like, I put it way in the background. You have to almost try to hear it, but it makes your vocals sound like they're riding with the beat more. Like, I don't know, it's kind of like glues them to the song.
Yeah. So, How important is the levels of the vocals with the instruments getting the balance right in mixing?
That's all subjective to what you're doing. That's really hard to explain. I think that's where kind of the art comes in, where you got to have pretty good hearing, because you don't want it too high, so where you're just, you know, you're overriding the beat and you can't really bob your head to the beat, and you don't want it too low where you can't understand what the person is saying. So you got to find that point right where they're like riding with that beat. It sounds like they're part of the beat itself.
I agree.
It just depends on the song. It depends on how you want to sound, what effects are on your voice. It just takes a little bit of tweaking, a little bit of practice. Like I pretty much know how my vocals go now, but when I do somebody else, it takes me a little bit longer to figure out, you know, what frequency needs to be boosted at this point.
So while we're on the mixing subject, I mean, have you got the capacity to make someone sound like Drake or Rihanna or whoever the big artists are with the effects? Can you play around with that shit?
Absolutely. I can make somebody sound that quality, but what I need is quality recording.
Yeah,
and so the clearer the vocals, the easier it would be to do that. And like I have so many plugins. Like I have real auto-tune, you know, Antares auto-tune, and so I can make somebody sound like Lil Uzi Vert or whatever they want to do that they hear on the radio.
So if people wanted your services, I mean, where could they find you and how much do you charge? You know, I'm putting you on the platform here. Get some cash in your hand, because, you know, I'm going to play Night of the Claw, your mix that you did for me, so people know your quality. I'm advertising you right now, so you're on the spotlight right now, and you're going to advertise your charges and what your services are for people that want mixing and mastering.
I have a lot of services, but the main ones that people are interested in for mixing and mastering, one track, I'll do it for $10, and I'll do it for so cheap because it does not actually take me that long to do it. You know, maybe an hour, at 2 hours at the most, depending on how well it's recorded. Now there's some things I'll tell you if I can't do it and I won't take your money. Like if you're recording off a phone with a beat in the background, I'm not going to be able to make that sound like a banger for you.
Nah.
But if you send me the stems and everything like that, like plenty of people have, $10 a track. And for beats, I do the same thing, $10 for a beat. And I do two things, okay? I do unlimited leasing on beats for $10, which means you give me $10, I give you the beat, no tags, use it for profit, anywhere you want, however long you want. I don't track it. But I will take that same beat and sell it to another guy for $10, and he can do the exact same thing. Or I do $50 exclusives on beats. You give me $50, I give you this beat, and never give it to anybody else. It's your beat.
I feel that because a lot of people put limitations on it and track it, and they say like you can only sell up to 5,000 or blah blah blah, whereas yours is unlimited.
5,000 streams, 2 live shows, and then you got to buy it again. Like, I mean, some people may want to do that, but I don't do it that way. I just do $10
because
use it how you want to.
I bought a few beats recently, and it's a beat I really needed, and their terms was it only lasts for 10 years, and you can only sell it up to 5,000 copies, and I don't know how many projects you're allowed to use it with, but I needed that beat, yo, and if somebody's needing a beat, they're gonna pay for it, but your deal is a lot better than a lot of other producers out there. So BeetleTSK.
Hey, when you're in a competitive market, you got to do something to stand out and be a little bit better. And as an artist, I know the struggle. So I'm like, shit, $10, dude, it's yours. You know, do what you want with it.
That's it.
But I also offer music video services if you're local. I'm not going to travel. But if you're local or you want to come here, $100 for me to go out and shoot a video. And then I'll edit it and everything like that. Or you could send me videos, and I will edit them the best I can to what you send me for $25.
Okay. that sounds good. So if people want this service, how can they contact you? Give your contact information.
You can go to my artist page. You can go to facebook.com/BeetleTSK. I haven't put up any pages or anything for my actual companies for this. I have an actual production company called Death Cult Beats, and that's legal too. And I'm working on getting the paperwork done for Sector 9 films for my music videos. And yeah, that would be. There used to be a website called deathcultbeats.com, but I ended up giving the website over to a journalist because I wasn't really messing with music too hard.
Okay.
And he took it and he changed the name and everything. But you can just hit me up through Tarotgang Records or Beetle The Skull Kid.
So what I want you to do is, you know, when this show is over, I want you to drop your links, because people will be wanting to know where your contacts are, because they might forget when you're speaking. So I want you, you know, after we've finished, I want you to drop your links in the comments. And, you know, you're very welcome to put in all your links where people can hit you up at. All right, brother?
Okay.
So the other thing, so we've talked about the vocals, the first stage. We talked about the mixing. Now we're on to the mastering, the third stage. So, you know, we're going in order here. So let's talk about the mastering process. And with your expertise, I mean, can you?
I'm going to be completely honest about mastering.
All right.
A lot of people make it seem like mastering is this very mystical, hard ass, you have to go to school to learn how to do this thing. And it's really not. If you have a good mix, mastering is the easy part. Yeah. Mastering is almost like sitting in your car and messing with the bass and the treble and the mids when you're listening to a song to make your speakers and everything sound better. Yeah. It's kind of like that. You take the song you've mixed already and you have it mixed really good, and you boost the bass, you boost the highs, you boost the mids throughout the whole song to make it pop. And that's pretty much the easy part. You just do a lot of parametric EQ, 3-band compressing on it, and pretty much done. Like websites like Lander that are charging people a lot of money so they can instantly do it. Well, the reason they can do that is because it sends it to somebody and he's like, oh, let me tweak this real quick, boost this, boom, mastered, take it. Doesn't help the mix though.
So Lander and E-mastered things like that, they automatically do it, right?
I mean, some of those services are okay. It depends on what you're doing, really.
Okay.
But from what I've seen from things like Lander, it's usually like it makes stuff too loud. It's just a really harsh compressor that makes it sound a little bit more professional, but it's too loud and it's redlining, you know. That's another thing. When you're recording, don't fucking redline.
Oh, no clipping, no distortion, leave headroom. Ideally, how much headroom you need? About -6 decibels, sound about correct?
That's where I go. I go -6. When you're looking at it and the waves are bouncing, it depends on what you're using, but I use like FL Studio. And the wave bouncing up and down, I don't go up to 0. I go up to -6. That way, when I go back mix, master, I go up to -3. It boosts it up enough, and that'll hit so much harder.
So like even with your beat production and your vocals, everything, you want to try and make it around -6, -5 ish.
Yeah. That way when you go boost it up, you know, it's still got plenty of headroom, and your 808s, all that will sound better with more headroom than trying to boost them way up high with a lot of distortion. A lot of the distorted bass that people hear, it's not actually really loud and distorted. It's distorted but turned down. It's hard to explain, but.
So do you do a lot of limiting as well in your processes?
Yeah, I use the limiter in compression mode for some compressing. And what I do is I follow a formula of EQ twice and compress twice. So I'll EQ, compress, EQ again, then compress again. Okay. And I'll use the compressor and the limiter on compression mode to do that.
So how important
Especially if I'm using auto-tune, I compress the fuck out of auto-tune vocals.
So how important is the limiter? I know that limiting, from my knowledge, limiting is like cutting out high peaks that you know, it looks abnormal to the rest of the track. So you're limiting, cutting, chopping that off. So you're making it more balanced so you can raise the overall volume. Isn't that correct?
Well, it kind of boosts it a little bit too.
All right.
If you're producing a beat, it may make your beat too high. So I turn the limiter off while I'm producing, and then I'll put another limiter on the beat after I'm done and tweak it so it's not clipping, but it is boosted up a little bit more. And then I'll go put a 3-band compressor on it, and that gets more in the mastering stage then. And then I'll do a couple other things. I actually add on every beat tiny, tiny, tiny little bit of reverb. Very, very minimal, like 15% out of 100.
Yeah.
And you can actually hear it. And it makes the drums sound just a little bit wet, so they sound a little more professional.
Yeah, it brings more richness in the sound. But not overdone. Not overdone to make it sound too damp.
Yeah, I don't sound like it's down a, corridor or anything, but just a little bit.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. You did a good job on my night at the claw, so I appreciate that.
I think I did that on YouTube.
Another thing in mastering, I mean, you can tinker around with frequencies like EQs with like the mids, the lows, and the highs. I mean, when hip hop is concerned, the lows, the mids, and the highs, what frequencies ranges would you recommend between them?
That's all subjective to the audio itself. You got to kind of sweep around and see what's not sounding good, what is sounding good.
So
From my experience, though, a lot of the stuff is going to be more in your mid-range that you want to mess with.
Yeah.
Because I will boost the high a little bit to give it a little bit of sharpness. I may even bring the bass down a bit on vocals so they're not too damp, but there's still a little bit of low in them, so they're a little thick. But in the mid-range seems to be where I get a lot of the distortion from some people's vocals, so I'll bring that down a bit.
Okay.
But it's all subjective. I've had people where I had to turn the highs all the way down because they're just squeaky, and I've had super low vocals where I had to boost the high all the way up. But really, you shouldn't have to boost that much or cut out that much.
All right. So I'm gonna play your mix and master of Night of the Claw that you did for me. Produced by Rectors, mixed and mastered by you, so people can know, what you're capable of. Yeah, and bear in mind, people, this has been played on Detroit radio, worldwide core radio, and the DJ's been liking it. And I submitted it to BBC Radio Sheffield, the city where I'm from, and they gave it a listen, and it might be on their playlist, which is huge. So I've got 2 different files. I'm just so let me see if I got the right one.
Yeah, you gotta play the right one.
Nah, this is the older one. So that's it. Okay, hold it. This is
It would have helped if I turned that dryer on.
Yeah. Let me know the volume if it's okay.
Lyrical Master.
Good right there.
Technical, special, incredible, general, levitating, elevating from the morning, awakening, embracing what I'm chasing, dreams I want to be taking, making them a reality, swiping CCDs to charity. But is it really happening? These poor people punishing them with inferior music. I'm a genius to this industry and not the street. You can't catch them. Lyrically, I'm equivalent to pushing physically with me, vocally, totally controlling these lyrical acrobats while they're opposing me with my backflips, tongue twisting words, contortioning gymnasts. With my total people, I flee from some illegal wearing skin masks, like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You're struggling, fighting, getting your brains out afterwards. When I be hacking you, smashing you, slashing you, covering up the blood smells with lavender. Then looking at my next to kill list on my calendar. I'm a specialist lyricist, I'm a man at the top of the game. Spot me in fame, freestyling the lyrics that I dropped when it came. Productions by the records with a lyrical master. You're gonna get earth, come and test this. Go to us and you're gonna get wrecked first. Put your nose to the deck, to the dirt. Making you sweat and you're in hell with my blade to your neck. Making your blood burst. Blood thirsty, what the heck? With vampires with thirst. Fighting me, it's more than a battle. You over there suffering on a baby battle. Think it's a game like a twin, a baby battle. Slow you up just like you are control. Deep for the things that make king of the castle. Bringing you the rhythm of the dead that is mantle. Bringing the sound wave to any angle. Taking your tongue just like a slide tackle. You don't want to witness inside my barrel. Shoot you in the desert, you need a ride on a camel. Don't dehydrate before the hospital. I spit at the irate, a top pitch flammable. Think they come and test me, thinking it's probable. But they don't understand it is a mission impossible. I shoot them like James Bond, leave blood in the pan. Lyrical ammunition, lyrical weapon. Leave them in silence, there is no response. I leave them, man, I did in an instant. For an ambulance, leave them with no chance. Yo, boom, boom. Production by the records with a lyrical master. You're gonna get good, come and test this. Come to us and you're gonna get breakfast. Push you down to the deck, to the dirt. Night on the floor in the shadows with a devil might making your soul right to the core. There is no light for you anymore. Darkness taking your sight, you cannot see just like before. You're a herbivore and I'm a carnivore. A minotaur, monstrous dinosaur with great thing like a lion let out to roar. With the saints of hip hop, horror jigsaw in the night sky. Watch these lyrical bullets fly by, just like a drive-by. Open cut your chin and making you fly high. This lyrical terror with no error in any type of weather. From the winter to the sun, here I come. Your fear is come. Run, boy, you better go and run. It's the Lyrical Master Show, gunshot run. Production is by the records with the Lyrical Master. You're gonna get good. Come and test this. Come to us and they're gonna get breakfast. Punch you down to the deck, to the dirt. Making you sweat and you'll help with my blade to your neck, making your blood burst, bloodthirsty. What the heck with vampires with bloodthirst? Production is by the records with a lyrical master. You're gonna get hurt, come and test this. Come to us and they're gonna get breakfast. Punch you down to the deck, to the dirt, making you sweat and you'll help with my blade to your neck, making your blood burst, bloodthirsty. What the heck with vampires?
Hey, Lyrical, I hate to cut you off. My phone's got 2%. I gotta get off of here.
All right, man. You charge your phone, and are you going now?
Huh?
Are you gone? Are you going now? You gotta go.
Yeah. This is gonna die. I gotta run back in
all right.
here.
So, it's been really good having you on the show, and thanks for introducing yourself. Drop them links in the comments when you get battery.
I got you.
Don't forget. All right. So peace out.
Right.
I'll let you go. All right. Peace.
Later, man.
All right. Bye, man. Take care. Okay. Who else we got? So that was the Lyrical Master Show. Okay. We got. Who we got? Who else we got? Okay, I think I'm gonna wrap this up. So I hope you enjoyed this show. You met Kecclez, you met Beetle TSK, Beetle The Skull Kid. You met Kecclez, that's Kecclez. He's from Grimsby, UK. And then we've got Beetle The Skull Kid, that's BeetleTSK. And he's from Georgia, USA. And me, the Lyrical Master, that's LYRIKAL space Master, MASTER, from England, Sheffield. So, we're all about unification, coming together to make music a more beautiful thing. There's no separation right here. It's like labels connect, artists connect, no matter what areas of the world they're from. We're about making music beautiful, you know what I'm saying? So it's like the more connections, the more you can grow. The more connections, the more you can expand, the better the music. Because if you trap yourself in a little box, you ain't gonna progress. So it's not about war, it's not about enemies, it's about being friendly with energy, you know what I'm saying? So it's like collaborations is important, expanding, promoting yourself, getting involved with other artists, producers, mixers and masterers, you know, get involved, get inside of the game, because if you're just on your own, just karaoke, doing your own thing in the bedroom, and you're not involved with anybody else, believe it, you ain't gonna establish. You need connections, because what it is, it's cross promotion. Because how it works is like, if you connect with somebody, they're gonna promote you, and then you're gonna promote them. It's a win-win situation for everybody. So that's my advice. It's about bringing people together to support each other to make it, because if you do it alone, it's very difficult. But if you got a backbone with a network of support, you're going to have a better chance, and you're going to increase your fan base. And then, like, if people are checking who you collaborated with, if they're going to check them out, then they're going to check you out, and then they're going to check somebody else out, and like everybody wins. You know what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful thing. So don't be a stranger to the music world. You know, get involved, connect, use your social media, use your real life in the music world, on the stage, connect with other artists. Don't be afraid. If you like somebody on the stage and you like their music, just after when they finish the set, don't be afraid. Just shake their hand, give them your contact details, and say, look, I'm an artist as well. I like what you did. Do you want to, you know, I'm looking to work with other artists, you know, contact me if you're interested and you want to hear my music. You know, don't be shy. Don't be a stranger to other people, because when you lock yourself in, there's no progress, there's no development. I mean, you can have all the fire and energy all you want, but in humanity, it's all about numbers to get where you want to be, right? It's like, it's all about connections. Everybody knows that. It's like all the famous artists, to get where they need to be, they got the right connections, and that's very important. So that's my advice for today. The beginning of the show, I'm gonna wrap this up. The beginning of the show with me and Kecclez was about the homeless people, and you know, it's like we don't know. Things can turn for us tomorrow. We could be homeless tomorrow. We don't even know it. Life can change very dramatically for anybody, so don't take life for granted, and then realize that you can't walk past them and just throw money like they're dogs. You know, talk to them like they're a human being, ask them how they are, what they need, you know, and I prefer to give them food rather than money, or you know, even better, clothes in the cold times. And then later on in the show, you heard about the different stages of vocal recording, how important your clean vocals are to get a better mix, and the mixing process to get the effect, and then the mastering process makes it easier if you got a better mix. So there's 3 stages involved. So it's not about just like laying your vocals down and putting it out there. There's actually 3 stages if you want to make it professional. So you've got a lot of information right here on the Lyrical Master Show on this episode. Thanks to Beetle TSK, Beetle The Skull Kid. You can see him on SoundCloud. That's Beetle TSK. And Kecclez, Beetle TSK is on Tarotgang Records. That's TAROTGANG Records. And then we've got Kecclez, KECCLEZ, and he's on RFlow Records, which is the letter R, then flow. I'm imagining it's FLOW, RFlow Records. So yeah, check that out. He's from the UK. He's from Grimsby. Me, I'm currently on Neatlane Records. They're from New Mexico, Albuquerque, USA. So you know, it's all about love and collaboration right here. You know, I'm not about enemies. I'm not about cutting people off because they're on a different label, You know, it's all about unification, unifying, unity, you know, peace and blessings to everybody to make music a better, you know, better sounding. Because, you know, that night at the claw you heard, I'm looking to do a video for that on Vivo. Um, Beetle, who came on, he mixed and mastered that. If you want his services, he's going to drop his links for sure. Hit him up. He's skilled. He is working on my music. You know, I need him for my music. You need him for your music too. I'm promoting it. I'm promoting him. I recommend him, and you know, he needs the money. He's got a kid. He needs, you know, he needs the money, and he's got a good deal, and he's skilled. You know, so if you need his services, hit him up. You heard the quality of my track that he did. He'll do you a good job too. And Kecclez from Grimsby, he's an amazing freestyler. He's a street MC. He doesn't write lyrics. He just freestyles. That's his way. Me, I'm reggae hip hop. All right, so we're gonna wrap this up. I wish you all the best on the weekend. Stay blessed. Keep happy, and stay safe. Yeah. Until next time. All right. So that's it. Lyrical Master Show for the weekend. Peace out. God bless. All right. Bye.